Okay, so it's still the 16th of June.
July.
Oh, it is July. Oh, look at that. Whoa, fast forward a month.
Wow, how do we look? Same outfits.
You've got some comments you want to make on society.
A lot.
I'm going to call it a rant.
Okay.
Okay?
I rant often.
Remember back in the days, you'd have Andy Rooney would get on 60 Minutes and just kind of go off.
Yes, I like that.
I do too. And they don't do it anymore.
Yeah, you can't.
Well,
you have to be very careful about what you say, and some people don't care.
So the president, the former president,
yes,
just got shot. Okay?
Yes.
I went to breakfast.
I'm not laughing at that.
I went to breakfast the next day, and I had people look at me and said, if it was just 2 inches over, he would be gone. And I'm not going political, but I think that is so insensitive. You don't, in this country, you don't do politics that way. Right. So where is the sensitivity that the poor guy got shot, even if it was his ear and all? That's ridiculous.
And, okay, there's so much, and I actually did put a post up about that. Like, where is whether you like someone or not, it's politics. Yes, it is very divisive. How do people openly on Facebook or social media put that they hope a human being gets killed? And there was a human being that got killed during this, who was a devoted father, husband. Right. I mean, it's so sickening to me. And I deleted so many people that, like, so freely just put, I wish he was dead. Who wishes death on somebody? How are we, and these are parents too, with their kids watching. I don't get how people can do that. Disgusting. To me, I'm like, and you can't fight every single person, but, like someone not.
Well, then you will delete them.
Yeah.
And then someone will figure out that you deleted them, and then they'll call up and say, "Why did you delete me?"
I'll tell you exactly why, because I'm not going to. Of course, I'll tell you why. It's disgusting.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Where has our couth
I know
as a society gone?
Right, and it's so funny with us having to be so PC in so many ways, and then people just.
I warned Andrea, don't get fired or don't get sued for this.
Right. It's people sometimes just have zero filter and don't realize the repercussions of it on so many levels. Shall we talk about the question of the day yesterday? So I'm doing a deal with somebody, and I meet a fellow real estate broker that I had never met before, and he says, "Oh, I've heard your name. I heard you're pretty successful." And then comes with so you took over your father's business.
I'm smiling because you did. So, I think that question is so insensitive. 4th
time. Now I actually count them because I'm like, in 2024, why would a fellow broker ever think it's okay to say or assume I took over my father's business? First of all, my father's had never had anything to do in influencing my work ethic or anything. As you know, my parents aren't together. But just to say it, whether you think it or not.
Most agents are women anyway.
Right. However,
why wasn't it your mother's business?
Right. It's that mentality, and it's 2024. A woman. Oh, and then he asked me, well, how old are you? Why does it matter? I'm a woman. I run a semi-successful business. We're happy. We have.
Whoa! How did it go from successful to semi-successful?
Because I don't like to talk like that. I don't talk like that. We run a reputable business, and we've established a name for ourselves, but we did it from the ground up as a single person with many people along the way that have helped. But it's that mentality. And, years ago, oh, why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? How do people think it's okay to ask those questions? To me, and I counsel people all the time saying, it doesn't matter what these people think. But it's hard for people to tune that out, or then it puts it back in there someone's head. I should have kids by 30. You shouldn't. Who cares if you never have them? If you don't want them, you don't have them. I dealt with that my whole life. I didn't want to have kids. Shun me. Should I wear like a scarlet letter? So, you know what? Live your life.
No, you should babysit my kids.
You should take them. I'll babysit all the dogs. Give me all the dogs at any time. But, our society is in social media is a different world. The things that you see, and the fact that people so freely put such disgusting things out there, and then you have the trolls on top of it. The fake or the anonymous accounts that just try to get people worked up, and people fall into it. Stop feeding the trolls.
I'm in a group on Facebook called Kiss My Sass.
Okay. I'll need to join that.
I think you
I'm
have.
probably in it.
But it's interesting because it tends to be off-color stuff.
Yep.
Okay? But there were a couple of people that were just putting up gross.
Yeah.
And, as an admin,
Right.
I called the originator of the thing and said, this is freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And one of them was a friend of mine.
Boy.
And so I talked to a friend of the friend and said, he's got to tone that down.
Yeah.
No, he wants to get kicked out. Really? Easy.
Right.
Done.
Delete.
Why did he have to do this?
But are people that bored? It's just, I'll never understand just the mentality of people. And then you see people's true colors. I mean, some of the people that were saying, too bad he missed by an inch and all these things, like, these are people some that I know really well. I'm like, how? And I try not to let that influence my friendship or relationship, but how?
Yeah, I do have a problem with that, and it's
Great. Do better, people. Do better. And your kids are watching, or your friends, people watch. So why would you ever make yourself? I don't know. I'm never gonna understand it, and I'm never gonna understand the things that people say that they think it's okay to say it. And no, I did not take over my dad's business. The end.
It was your mom's business.
Right. Exactly.
Joking.
But yeah, I mean that's society. Find your people, find your tribe, and stay in your lane.
And have fun.
Exactly.
Because if people aren't having fun,
what's the point?
Right.
I've had people come to work, or other jobs I've had. I'm like, if you're miserable every day, make a change. But people are scared to leave that little box.
Until they're nudged out of the box.
Exactly.
And then many times they thrive.
Right. But sometimes they need that little push.
All right.
I get it.
We're going to push you today?
Probably. I'm already worked up, so. No, it's too hot. I got to go sit poolside after this, so. No, I'm gonna sit with the dogs.
Are we bringing the camera?
Yeah, we'll do the next podcast from the floats. Oh, that'd be fun, actually.
Yeah. All the wires. And
Exactly. Dean can video it.
Anything else?
That's it.
That was not much of a rant.
Well, after the last dog rant and the last one, I don't want to be that psycho that is the Andrea Rooney. And it was a good time.
I like that.
So I don't want to be Andrea Rooney, so I'll behave.
See, to me, that is wrong.
What?
You should be able to come out and tactfully, without trashing people and being rude. No, you should be able to come out and say, if there's a guy that has a dog in a car with the windows semi-closed,
right?
That's wrong.
Yep.
You ought to be able to say that.
That's actually, we're going to continue this, actually. I will always stand up for what I believe in. Someone had said to me one day, oh, you shouldn't be so outspoken about animals. It's bad for business. I don't give a shit if it's bad for business. Animals have no voice. If I have strong convictions on something, I am going to voice it, whether it's going to be good or bad for business. If someone doesn't want to use me because I'm protecting an animal, they're not my client anyways. And so many people are scared to step up. Do you ever watch that show, What Would You Do?
Yes.
Oh, I pray to God I'm on that one day. Every time I watch it, I'm like, how people are so scared to step up.
Right.
Because people are crazy. You will never see me not stand up for someone, whether it's a scary situation or not. Ever. And if I see a damn dog in a car today, dude, it's going down. I'm going to have my mother bought me that, window thing, that window breaker thing.
Oh, okay.
It's already in my car. I'll be in the van too. No getaway there.
No, I just think, we become insensitive to others, and in the spirit of being politically correct, you don't say anything, and it washes.
People say it's not my problem.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with me. Well, that dog that day didn't have anything to do with us, but you know what? You and I were right out there. Do the right thing. We had no choice, but
no. What I think was funny was you said we gotta go. And I'm like,
you're already out there.
I'm
right.
down the stairs.
Like, wait, we're scared.
I got video to do.
Let's get this over with.
Get this resolved.
But it's true. I mean, I wish more people would stand up in every arena, but people are scared. I'm not.
People are scared.
Right.
People are afraid that they're going to get shot.
Right.
And someone's
or
going to
beat
take
up.
right.
And unfortunately, people are. There's a lot going on in this world, and there's a lot of angry people, and there's a lot. But you know what? if that's how I'm going out.
Why do you think people, that's my perception,
Yeah.
are angrier today than they were before COVID?
Well, look at the state of our country. Cost of living is
Ooh.
insane. Groceries, rent, people are struggling. People financially aren't making it. I mean, there's, our mental health. I mean, we could go into the whole mental health world. There's no support. You can't get therapists. I mean, there's a million factors that are factoring into why we are, our political arena. The divide is insane. I mean, there's a million
The divide
factors.
is really bad.
It's horrible. You and I can disagree, and we do sometimes.
No, we do.
But
And,
respectfully.
right. You can be wrong.
Right.
It's fine.
But I mean, if you can't have an adult disagreement and leave by shaking hands and saying, you know what, I see from you, or I don't, or we agree to disagree, but these people, oh, I hate Gary. No, get over it, people. You can have different viewpoints. You can go back and forth, and you know what, you might still not agree, and it is what it is. You say your piece and move on.
I'm so tired of people saying they hate me. I just get used to it. Just go to the
That's
next
bitch, Andrea. Whatever. I've heard worse.
Okay.
But I mean, it's not that I don't
So
like you.
what's the message to the group?
Oh, where should I start? The first message: do not sit back. Stand up. Make it a point. Say your piece. Don't let people walk all over you. I mean, that's a start. Number one.
I
And
think be kind. Sounds,
we hear that all the time.
but it's
Remember
true.
it and do it.
Sounds true.
Right. And practice what you preach. That's my rant for the day.
Do you feel better
A
now?
little bit. This is actually good therapy. Who the hell needs a therapist?
No, she
We got her.
She comes in as the mom. Thanks, everyone.